Hello and welcome to today's Bearded Geek Toy Review. In today's episode we're going to be looking at Star Wars Black Series Boba Fett helmet. Stay tuned.
Sir, we have a priority signal from the Star Destroyer engine.
Right. There will be a substantial reward for the one who finds the Millennium Falcon. You are free to use any methods necessary, but I want them alive. No disintegrations.
As you wish. Lord Vader.
Quick look at the packaging before we have a more detailed look at the helmet. So it comes in the standard Black Series design. As you can see up here, we've got the 40th anniversary logo for The Empire Strikes Back for its anniversary from last year. It says Boba Fett, the electronic helmet. Nice little picture of the helmet there with the visor down, showing you one of the electronic features on there. Again, that picture on the back, and then showing you obviously schematics of the helmet and a picture of the inside of it, which we'll show in more detail. And realistically detailed, more movie-inspired reproduction of Boba Fett's iconic helmet is what it tells you there. And then we just have the old Black Series red stripe down there. But yeah, nice box, nice packaging. But let's get into having a more detailed look at the helmet itself. So here's the helmet out of the box, and it's completely 1.1 scale with the actual prop that was used in the movies, The Empire Strikes Back and The Return of the Jedi. This was released last year to celebrate the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back. And it's got that little emblem on there. So let's take a closer look at the actual helmet itself and have a look at the features that it's got.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Here's a closer look at the helmet. As you can see, the paintwork and detail on the helmet is just absolutely second to none. And one of the things I was really impressed with is that this just isn't painted on. It is actually embellished exactly how it would be with the actual prop. So what they've done is they've painted it, they've given it the paint job, and then, you know, these could have easily just been stickers that Hasbro would have then put on to give you the kind of the aesthetic of those dents and those scratches that were on the Boba Fett helmet. But no, they've actually kind of laid it up, and they've then added that detail to the prop. It really just show the attention to detail. And obviously we've got the famous dent there, which actually does go in. There we go. And that does light up there. And it does actually have a slide-on feature on there. It gives you the tracking details of the helmet. So obviously when you're wearing the helmet, you can then see through the tracking visor. And now that goes, clicks straight back up. Yeah. The detail is similarly impressive around the back of the helmet. And again, completely screen accurate to what we saw in the movie. So going inside the helmet, you can see there's actually a lot more attention to detail in there. You have the various sections which are moulded. You've got the padding there, which obviously is accurate to the padding that the character would have in there. And then you've got exactly the same kind of screen accurate depictions in there. So the moulding in there is very, very impressive, and compared to the inside of the other Black Series helmet that I've got, which is the Imperial Stormtrooper, which is basically just plain and doesn't feature any sculpting from the movies whatsoever. This really is an impressive attention to detail, and as you can see up there, that's the adjustment strap, so you can adjust it for any particular head size. I've got it on the widest fitting because unfortunately I've got a very, very large head. And just for comparison's sake, here's the Stormtrooper helmet that I got a couple of years back. This was based on the Rogue One Stormtroopers and the moulds from that film. It came out, I think, 2016. I think that's when I got it. And again, it's a great little prop. Has a kind of like voice activation feature that is supposed to change your voice into a Stormtrooper sounding like voice, but it really is pathetic, and it's one of the things that most reviews have slated it for, saying the microphone inside isn't really fit for purpose. And just to give you a comparison of the inside of it, as you can see, the inside of that Stormtrooper helmet is plain as anything, not accurate to how it would have been as a prop from the movies, and just simple adjustable strap, obviously the eyepieces and the microphone there, which, like I said, wasn't the best, but it really doesn't detract from the fact that, you know, it's a great looking display piece.
Lord Vader.
You may take Captain Solo to Jabba the Hutt after I have Skywalker.
He's no good to me dead.
He will not be permanently dead.
Well, one of the obvious things that you can do with the helmet is obviously to wear it. So let's stick it on. And hopefully you can still hear me, but as you can see, it fits nicely on the head. It's a lot better than the Stormtrooper helmet that I've just shown you, in that because it's wider at the bottom, there's less chance of it steaming up. And the thing I will say about this is the field of vision you get in this helmet is a lot better, because obviously we've got a wider lens here, so you can actually see what you're doing and where you're walking, where the vision in the Stormtrooper helmet was very, very restrictive. So you've got this section here, and obviously you can then see through the visor, the targeting system, and we saw that recently in The Mandalorian, where Boba Fett fired his rocket on his jetpack and took out a Imperial Stormtrooper ship, and then said he was aiming for the other one. A little dig at Stormtroopers' aim, probably. But it's really comfy to wear. However, you know, I probably wouldn't advise you to wear it all the time. However, the quality of the product is really, really good. And if you're certainly looking at cosplaying as Boba Fett at a convention or at a signing or a merchandise event, then it would really make the good basis for a costume, because you don't have to worry about making the helmet, making sure it's screen accurate, because you've already got one here, and then obviously you just then have to worry about getting the rest of the costume ready. So from a cosplay point of view, it is that good with its screen accuracy that certainly it's probably up there with some of the Boba Fett costumes that you've seen when you've seen people in costume at conventions. So let's just take that off now. Whew. Like I said, it does get a little bit warm under there, but it doesn't steam up as much as the Stormtrooper helmet does. So this was a Christmas present from my partner, a very generous Christmas present. She really does deliver when it comes to birthdays and Christmas, and I absolutely really loved it. Wasn't expecting it at all, so thank you very much there. brilliant display piece, and it will be taking pride of place in my display cabinet in the living room. I've got the Stormtrooper helmet on top of the cabinet, and then the second shelf underneath it will be where Boba Fett is going to live. Now, retails for $119.99. You can find it cheaper online on other websites, as always. However, because this was obviously a limited edition and it was done for the 40th anniversary, you might have to revert to the secondary market like eBay if you're going to try and find it now. Hasbro are releasing 2 other versions of this helmet. So they're going to be releasing a prototype Boba Fett helmet, which is all in white, which is based on the original first design of Boba Fett when he was originally supposed to be a super stormtrooper when they were developing The Empire Strikes Back, and then he was developed into a bounty hunter and then added into the script there, and then they changed the colour scheme on him. Then later on in the year, we're also going to get a new helmet, which is similar to this, except for it will have a cleaner paint job, and that is accurate to Boba Fett's appearance in, spoilers if you've not already seen it, The Mandalorian Season 2, where we saw that Boba Fett had actually survived from the end of Return of the Jedi and has come back to claim his armour. And once he gets his armour, he then repaints it and gives it a touch up. So you won't see as much of this dented, scraped paintwork on there. I'll show you a picture of that as it's looking at the moment. It's up for pre-order on a lot of websites, so you can order it now, and it's exactly the same price, $119.99. And again, a lot of websites will probably do it with some discount on there as well. Also coming is a Mandalorian helmet, a Din Djarin helmet, which is kind of like all silver in Beskar armour. That's coming as well later this year. Again, that's roughly around about the same price, and if funds allow and I can get hold of that, then that would be great, and I'll probably do a video on that one as well, and that would make another great display piece as well, because that, although it's like in the Mandalorian style helmet, isn't just a straight repaint of this. It'll be a completely different sculpt because he's got a different, slightly different Mandalorian style helmet. So that's coming out later on this year. I really hoped you enjoyed that review video and it gave you some insight just to how good this Star Wars Black Series Boba Fett helmet is. If you did like the video, then please leave us a like, and if you can, share the video as much as possible along social media and stuff, and really help drive our viewing rate up, and hopefully we can gain some extra subscribers as well. If you haven't subscribed already, then please hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification button, and that will tell you when our next videos are loaded up. We try and aim for at least 1 video a week. And speaking of the next video, our next video will be another Star Wars themed video. It's going to be a review on the Star Wars Black Series Galaxy Edge figures, exclusive from Batu, Hondo Anarka and DJ Rex. So look out for that video as well. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
It's a brilliant display piece. Display piece. Try again.